Welcome to Crown Chat with Nichelle, where we celebrate remarkable women who are making waves in the world while juggling the demands of everyday life, inspiring others, and leaving a lasting impact. I'm your host, Nichelle Miller, reigning Pure International Elite Ms. Ambassador. Join me as we explore the stories of extraordinary women shaping our world right here on Crown Chat. Hello! And welcome to Crown Chat with Nichelle. I am your host, Nichelle Miller. I just got a haircut today, you guys, so I have one weird hair. So bear with me. But welcome. If you are brand new to us, I am so excited you're here. Please make sure to like and subscribe. If you're returning with us, welcome back. Always glad to have a familiar face, and I am so excited to share a special woman with you tonight. But first, I want to give a shout out to my friend, Miss Kelly Buckley, and her shop, All That Rhinestones and Glitter, who made this amazing queen mug for me and many of the queens that are part of Pure International and the other system. So if you need some bling, reach out to Kelly. All right. I want to welcome my amazing guest tonight. Let me bring her into the Glam Studios. Hello, Queen. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you. You look beautiful in pink, my favorite color.
Thank you.
So introduce us. Introduce everyone to you.
I am Tori Dusso, Pure International Miss American Spirit USA.
Woo! Now that's a long title also.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. So for those of you watching at home, Tori just came back from internationals a few weeks ago with the rest of us from Pure Internationals, and she is going to tell us a little bit about herself and her pageant journey and all that. And we're going to get into it. So just stay tuned. Again, make sure to like and subscribe. You and I met through Pure a couple years ago, kind of informally, and then I Facebook stalked you a bit. And then I reached out. We really started talking more. I reached out. I loved one of your posts. It was the fundraiser post.
Yes.
And I was like, hey, girl, I love that. Can I use it? And you were so sweet. You're like, I don't care. Yeah. But I posted it and I gave you props because it was amazing and it was yours. So I wanted to thank you again for that and let everyone know that it was Tori's post that I posted. And a lot of people stole that post from me, which was
some people on my Facebook stole it too.
So let's talk a little bit about pageant etiquette and stealing, because funny story, at internationals, I posted something. Someone stole my post, but what was funny was that it had my hashtags in it.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, well, you didn't even steal properly. So what are your thoughts on pageant etiquette, stealing post? Do you think it's right to give someone credit, or do you think it's just free for all because it's on social media?
I think it's right to give someone credit because they put their thought and their own words into that post, and for you just to go on and kind of like copy paste onto your own, it's kind of like plagiarism at that point, and I think it's really disrespectful.
I agree, 1000%. Word for word, everything you just said was what I said. I'm like, it's plagiarism. You can't do it. I was so upset. So anyway, total tangent, but tell us a little bit about your pageant journey. So I met you at Pure. Is that where your pageant story began, or did it begin before that?
I started pageants when I was about 3 years old, I think. I don't really remember that time, but I remember one of the first pageants I remember is Miss Leesburg, my hometown, and I was in Tiny Miss. I walked like a turtle across that stage so slow, and the MC said, "We're there." And it just started from there. I took a break for a few years, and then Angie, our new executive director, reached out to my mom and told me about Pure and how she wanted me to join. And then that's really when I started to get into the pageant system.
Awesome. So I have to ask, so when you cross the stage now, do you still walk like a turtle, or are you a little faster?
I would say I'm a little faster. Like with formal wear, I still try to go a little slow, but I picked up the pace from then.
That's awesome. I love it. So you have a neat perspective that I think a lot of women don't have. Well, actually at Pure it's common, but in most worlds it's not, where your mom competes also.
Yes, she does.
So who signed up first? Who was into this first?
It was me first. My first year I did it myself, and then after my mom saw like what all Pure was about and that like people her age were competing, she decided to start doing it. And then it turned into her doing it and loving it, and then my niece doing it and loving it, and then my sister doing it and loving it. So it's just basically a family affair, but it started with my mom and I first for a couple years.
I love that. So, how does it feel to compete well now as a family? What's that vibe like?
I think it's brought us genuinely a lot closer than what we were, because you're with each other for a week and you can root each other on more than you do at home, even though you do a lot of that at home. And you get to see them outside of their boxes that they're usually in. The like safe shell, you you see that personality, but when you see them on a stage and something that they're not used to, it's like the best feeling ever, because they're putting themselves outside of that box and giving it a chance.
Yeah, definitely. So, do you ladies practice at home together or do you
We do.
Okay.
I'm the one usually helping with walks, but um we all practice together on our way to like internationals. We'll sit and ask each other interview questions in the car. And it just really helps us prepare.
I love that. That's a whole group preparing together. That's
Yes.
amazing. It's amazing. So, we just came from internationals. What was your favorite part of the week?
National costume is always my favorite part. With my national costume this year, I hand stoned every detail on my costume. So there was probably a good 2,000 rhinestones on my costume altogether, by the jumpsuit and then my wings. It was a lot.
Girl, okay, approximately how long did that take you?
It took me over a month to get it done. And I was up till 2 a.m. the night before national costume, finishing stoning my wings.
Wow, last minute. Last
Yes.
for people that didn't see, you can still go back to the Pure International Pageant page and you can watch all areas of the competition except for interview. But for those that didn't see, what was your national costume?
It was courtesy of the red, white, and blue. My wings were red, white, and blue, and I had a jean jumpsuit on and put some stars on there and just made it really blingy.
Love it. Love it. So what was your inspiration for that?
So my title's American Spirit USA. So, I'm gonna show my American spirit, and red, white, and blue is the spirit of USA. So I really wanted to make it pop and show on stage.
Amazing. Amazing. All right. So you loved costume. What would you say was your kind of your stress area where you were a little anxious about?
Definitely interview. Every year I have a meltdown before I go into interview, and then I come out of interview feeling like I did the best job I've ever done.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to express your whole world and life and everything you want to say in that quick 2 minute spurt, you know?
Yes.
So
Yes.
so I get that. Okay, so we just got home and I know it's early to ask. What are your plans for 2025? Are you coming back?
I'm coming back. I will be competing. I'm very excited. I plan to grow my platform more within the next year. I plan on using the same costume, but making more adjustments to it, making it bigger and better. I will use the same gown. It's my dream gown, so I won't give it up until I can't fit it anymore. um,
Okay.
I'm really excited, and especially to see what Miss Angie does with the system too, now that it's hers. But I'm still excited to see Miss Pat next year, since she will be coming back.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, so tell us about this dream gown. What makes it the dream gown?
So when I started competing at the national level, I always saw the girls with like the overskirts with the dress, and that like just became my dream gown. And then my hair and makeup artist brought my gown to me, and I automatically fell in love. I had another dress at that point, and I was like, no, I need this dress. This is the dress I want. And I got it, and I truly felt like a princess when I put that gown on.
That's it. That's what it's about. I think there's two, well, I think there's three moments for women if you're in a pageant. Okay, so if you're in a pageant, and then prom, and then your wedding. So those are
Yes.
like your three princess moments. So to have that moment on stage, how did you feel going on stage in the dress?
I never felt more confident in my life going on stage in my dress this year. I feel like it spoke about who I was as a person, and it really showed on stage that I was excited to wear that gown, and I wanted to show it to everybody.
That's beautiful. It's all about the dress, y'all. People
Yes.
walking around with the dress. Wardrobe does not come together. Everyone I've had on, I'm like, what's the dress? What's the dress? And they're like, I don't have it yet, but when I see it, I'll know. It's the dress. The dress makes it all pop. All right. So tell us about your impact project. And for people watching that are not familiar with Pure, in other pageant systems, you have a platform or a cause that you're passionate about that you promote. And in Pure, it's called an impact project. So tell us about yours.
So my impact project is Together We Heal Community Solutions Towards Addiction. Almost a year now, I lost someone very close to me to a fentanyl overdose. And it laid on my heart that this isn't being looked at enough. Especially when it came to this person, they looked over everything when they found him, when there was the pill sitting right next to him. And I just feel like something needs to be done because it is an illness and we don't look at it enough and nothing's being done.
Yeah. Yeah. So how are you bringing awareness and how can people support this project?
Sorry. I am currently trying to get with my local government and state government to try to make Narcan readily available because we shouldn't have to pay for something that's going to save our lives in that kind of situation. I also am planning on going to my local high schools and starting clubs for kids who struggle with the opioid addiction because they too can get addicted to it at such a young age, and that's what they don't need to be doing because they think it's an escape.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. So for people that don't know, what's Narcan?
Narcan is what you have to, if you're going into an overdose, it's what can help you get out of it, what helps you survive. It's a 75 to 100% survival rate.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yes.
That's definitely amazing. Okay, perfect. So tell us how we can follow what you're doing.
So I'm getting my page up in the works, but you can follow me on my Facebook, Tori Dusso, or my Instagram, Tori.Dusso, to see what I'm doing.
Okay, perfect. So when you're not doing pageants, when you're not wearing the dress, and when you're not making an impact in your community and the world, what do you do?
I am currently in cosmetology school. I am finished in December, so I'm really excited.
Okay, then what are you going to do with that?
I plan on going into a salon first, but in the future, I hope to open my own salon.
Wonderful. So is your passion more on the hair side of things or the makeup side of things or kind of a combo?
I think it's a combo right now. We've only learned like the hair part, but I'm really excited to start learning the makeup part because I do want to do pageant hair and makeup in the future.
That's some serious money.
Yes.
When I looked at my budget for pageant, I was like, whoa, that's some serious money.
Yeah.
So did you do your own hair and makeup for internationals this year?
I didn't. I had a hair and makeup artist.
Gotcha. Same.
I can't do this all on my own.
One less thing to worry about. One less thing, I'm telling you. So the previous year, the first year that you and I met, we were in Florida, which is your hometown. Then last year we were in Gatlinburg. What was the most shocking or coolest thing to you in Gatlinburg?
Honestly, I never got to see one, but people saying they saw all these bears. All I wanted to see was a bear, and I never got to see it.
I was thinking when I asked the question, I was like, the bears. It's got to be the bears. We saw one walking across from our hotel, and I thought it was a dog. And I was like looking at it and looking at it. My husband's like, that's a bear. And I was like, no, he's like bent over because I'm thinking TV bear where they stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was the bears happening. And it's funny because we've been a few times and never saw bears. And this year they were everywhere.
No, we stayed right up in the mountains and we never once saw a bear, but we saw some turkeys.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Gatlinburg had some weird stuff going on, y'all. That's all I can say. All right. So, hometown is Florida. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
Oh man. I would either say California, like San Diego area, um, with my sister. My sister lives in California, and she's been one of my biggest influences. I would love to live with her again. Or Hawaii. I went to Hawaii and I fell in love with it.
Okay. You still want to be hot. Why are you in hot places? Go
It's
somewhere
what
cool.
I'm used to at this point.
Oh, the hot. It just gets me. It gets me. Um, who is your biggest role model and why?
My sister Paige is probably my biggest role model. She served in the Navy for 8 years, I think, and she's genuinely taught me that no matter how dark your storm gets or what is going on in your life, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and you just have to wait for your turn.
Ooh, that's powerful. I love that. I love empowerment. That's good. That's so good. If you could tell your 5-year-old self any piece of advice, what would you say?
To not let others get you down so badly. I genuinely struggled with it since a young age, even until now. I let people get to me. I wear my heart on my sleeve, so it's very easily for me to get upset. But I would tell her they don't mean anything to you. They don't know who you are as a person, and they will never know because they don't have that access to you.
Yeah, definitely. That's good. What drew you? I mean, I know Miss Angie invited you, but what keeps you coming back to Pure?
Um, the people I meet, it's a second family. You don't meet these kinds of people at your local pageants, and that's what I've come to figure out. I don't have this family at my local pageants. You have Pure. You have the people who are going to be at your side no matter what part of the country they're in or what time of day it is. They're going to be there with you and they're going to support you.
Yes. I try to explain it to people. It's not like any other pageant I've
Yeah.
seen ever. And you have to experience it to really get it, which is so great. Um, who were you most excited to see when you got to internationals this year? Have I asked you that already?
No, you
Okay.
haven't. um, the obvious answer would be Miss Pat, but also my fierce queen sister girl Soleil Gukian. I absolutely love Soleil. We've been through a lot of the same life experiences, so we connect on a much deeper level.
Mhm.
And she always just brings good vibes. And being able to see her get crowned this year for something she's worked so hard for was just such a great moment.
Definitely. Definitely. And she's coming to Crown Chat in August, by the way.
Oh
So
my god!
we didn't plan that. We didn't plan. Okay, so serious question. You Miss Division girls keep winning the spirit stick. And us old people want it too. So I I want y'all to stop screaming and winning it every year so we get a chance because it's not fair.
Well, I don't know if I can stop that. You know, when you have Slay, who was a cheerleader all throughout high school and a part of college, she has the loud voice. I was a cheerleader too, as well, so I have the loud voice. Um, I don't know. I think it's because we get so excited, and this year we were like, we have to keep the spirit sticking as the first winner again this year. It's ours. And then Mackenzie started bringing out the beatboxing. I think that's where it got.
Was so not fair. So the spirit stick is this thing that started last year, and it's kind of like a cheer spirit stick, and it's an honor, and you get it for showing the most spirit. And these Miss girls, like, did they just scream and cheer and they beatbox and they do things, and it's not fair. The old people, we never win it. It's we never had a chance. So next year, if you could not win the first night, that would be great. Thanks. So
I'll try not to. No promises.
so not fair. So not fair. Um, if there's anyone that's thinking about doing a pageant, whether it's Pure or any other system, what would be your advice to them if they feel they're not good enough?
I would tell them that they are good enough just for them to stick to their true authentic self, because that's what most judges look for when they're finding a girl for a title. And I feel like girls go in with the persona that they have to be this perfect girl with the perfect body, the no tattoos. I mean, I have tattoos all over me, and I'm still here. I mean, a lot of judges ask me what my tattoos are based off of, and I feel like they think they can't have tattoos going into pageants when they can. Yes, some pageants are very strict on them, but I would tell them that they don't need to worry about the other girls. They don't need to feel so intimidated because they know who they are, and they need to show themselves to the judges that they are an amazing person.
Absolutely. Oh, wonderful, Tori. You're just the sweetest person. I've enjoyed getting to interact with you and getting to have you on the show. And I'm so honored that you wanted to be on here. I try to keep us, like I said, between 20 and 25 minutes. Is there anything else you want our viewers to know, or any advice, or anything you want to say kind of as we wrap up?
I don't think so.
Just keep smiling. Just wear pink and keep smiling. That's
I
Tori.
think this is the most I've talked in a few days. So
I'm so honored. I'm absolutely honored. All right, y'all. Well, make sure you are following Tori's journey. She's revving up. We just got home. She's getting revved up already for 2025. So make sure you're following her on social media. You can follow her on Facebook at Tori Dusso, excuse me. And then also on Instagram. She's going to have some great things going on, letting us know how we can get involved with her impact project, sharing amazing things. And if you steal her post, please give her credit, because it's the right thing to do. I did it. You can do it. It's our queenly pet peeve. I think our new bonding moment is people stealing posts. I'm gonna be like,
don't plagiarize me.
Definitely. You are absolutely amazing. I'm so blessed to have you in my life and to meet you and your mama. I know your mom's watching, and I'm so grateful for all of y'all that tuned in. Make sure you tune in next week for Crown Chat. We have another, oh my gosh, next week's going to be so good. We have another amazing guest coming on. And everyone watching at home, remember, never let anyone dull your sparkle, because they can't handle your shine. We'll see you next time on Crown Chat. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.